All right. Hey, everybody. Are we live? We live. Yes, we are live. And it's Thursday, 3:30 time for another Modeling with Mike live stream. Live Mike is what it's called. This is live stream number 14, and the subject for today is: should beginner modelers stick to one genre of models? Now, before we I give you my little opening spiel here, I'm going to give you the results of last week's uh, poll, live stream poll. We asked what was the better model company, or what model company did you prefer between Revell and Airfix? And it was very close. And Revell won the poll with 56% to Airfix's 44%. Very surprising to me. I thought Airfix would win that one. But again, this topic this week is: should beginner modelers stick to one genre of models or not? So let's define what genres are. Number of popular genres out there. The genres are the type of models you build, such as military, aircraft, automotive, sci-fi, fantasy, ships, etc. So I got two questions for you to ponder while I go through my little spiel, and it's going to be quick today. Question number one. It's actually two questions in one. What genres did you start with when you were modeling? And are you still in the same genre? And number two, do you think bouncing between genres affects learning harder? What? Excuse me. I'll ask it again. Do you think bouncing between genres makes learning harder or more fun? And by the way, I forgot to tell you this. Here's Moosey, if you didn't know already. Uh, so let's tell you the pros and cons of sticking to one genre. The pros: it gives you better mastery of techniques. Number two, gives you familiarity with tools, parts, and finishes. Number three, it's easier learning curve. And number four, it's budget friendly. And here's the cons of sticking to one genre. You have a risk of burnout or boredom. You're missing out on useful cross-genre skills. And you have less creative exploration. Now, my experience, since I've come back into the hobby, I've been doing all of them. I've been doing cars and armor and aircraft, ships. I've been doing Metal Earth. I've been doing paper models. And actually, there's been a lot of challenges to that. I'll put Moose down. Okay, buddy. There you go. There's been a lot of challenges. And yeah, there's a little more of a learning curve if you're into all the genres, but you're also getting a more wider experience, in my opinion. So that was a pretty short spiel, and I'm ready to give it to the chat here. John Christmas says, hi, Mike. Hey, John, what's up? Michael Lombertino says, hello, everyone. Hello, Michael. And Michael asks, just tuned in. What's the subject today? The subject today is should beginner modelers stick to one genre of models? In other words, should they just stick to cars or planes or armor or, just stick to one thing? Or should they be open to a wider range of subjects? John Christmas says, I feel jumping around gives you better skills. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. It does give you better skills. It makes you more rounded. It does give you a lot of those cross-genre techniques that I was talking about. There are different weathering techniques to armor than there are to, say, aircraft or regular passenger vehicles. So tell me, John, what genre did you start with? And are you still on it? Yeah. Need to hear what y'all think. And oh yeah, while I'm thinking about it, while we're waiting for more people to show up here, I want to let you know I also put a post out last night for it. The Facebook group is now up and running. So if you want to join it, go to Facebook, go to the groups tab, and search for the Frugal Scale Modeler. That's the name of the group, the Frugal Scale Modeler. And you'll be asked to answer 3 questions, and then you'll be asked if you agree to abide by the rules. And that's all you need to do. Then you're in. So after this is over, make sure you go to Facebook, join the group, start posting. Okay. John Christmas said, started on 135th Armor, now into helicopters. Then he says, waiting for you to send acceptance to Paige. Okay, I got to look. I'll be back in here tonight after dinner, so I'll look at the page then, and I will give you acceptance. Anybody else have anything to say about should beginners stick to one genre of models or not? Come on, let's hear you. Michael, you asked what the subject is today. I told you. Let's hear what you're thinking. And just while I'm thinking about it, probably as long as the conversation's going well, we'll probably cut it off at 5:00 tonight. I had to go. I had a doctor's appointment today. I've been running all day, and I'm, running on fumes right now again. So, yeah, we'll probably cut it off at 5:00 Eastern time. which would be what, 10 o'clock your time, John? Something like that. So as long as the conversation's going, I'll be here till 5 o'clock. And right now, conversation's not going anywhere. I mean, the only one who answered the questions was John. He answered both of them, so I have no more questions. Michael Lumber. Okay, Michael says, well, I love all hobbies. I'm into model railroading, RC planes, and building model cars. John says, do you just stick to the one subject before the channel started, or did you jump around? Uh, one subject as in model building. I was doing everything. When I came back into the hobby, I was doing everything. I was doing cars. I was doing planes, armor, ships. I jumped around, and I'm jumping around still after the channel started. Let's see. You've seen me do a build series on Gundam and Bandai kit, which was the Millennium Falcon, and a armor kit. You might see me do a car kit coming up, or a plane kit, because I'm Michael says, haven't built anything else yet but cars, but I might build some planes. There you go. Planes can be very interesting. But I'm thinking about doing another build series. I don't know what yet. But I can tell you what I'm doing right now. Tomorrow, you'll want to watch this, guys. Tomorrow, 8:30, my video on John says, I've just had my first Warhammer kit delivered today, which is an Orcs truck vehicle. Hey, there you go. That sounds interesting. Yeah. But tomorrow, 8:30, my video on the rising cost of scale modeling is coming out. Put a lot of research into it. Has a lot of good graphs and some well-placed B-roll, so it should be very interesting for you. John says, pricey but highly detailed. Oh, cool. What scale is it? I'm not that up on Warhammer. Let's see. I'm in the middle right now of filming a how-to video on burn effects with common kitchen items. That should be pretty interesting. And then I'm going to back that right up with the how-to video on smoke effects. And I'm doing both of those on my Russian T80 tank that I've been working on. So that should be interesting. Those are my next 3 videos coming up. John says doesn't say scale, but about size of 1/35 half track. Billboards builds. Hey y'all. Hey Billboards or Chet. I remembered your name. How's everything going, bud? Just for Chet here, since he just joined us, we're talking about should beginner modelers stick to one genre of models, or should they bounce around to get a well-rounded experience? Billboards build says, or Chet says, I couldn't find your fascist book page. Chet, go to the groups tab, and the name of the group is the my train of thought just went. Yeah, the name of the group is the Frugal Scale Modeler. So look for the Frugal Scale Modeler. Got 3 questions to answer and agree to the rules and blah, 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 and you're in. So the Frugal Scale Modeler. So Chet, what do you think of you say to each his own. I personally build cars, but occasionally a different genre. And if I remember right, you started out with cars, didn't you? Says you. Oh, I bounce around. I do everything. Yep, I hate autocorrect. Doesn't it suck? Let me ask you guys this. This is for Michael and Chet more than John, because John already answered it. Do you think bouncing between genres makes learning harder or more fun? What do you think on that? I think it makes it more fun. I think it keeps your brain from burnout. And the like. John says, never built cars as decent ones, hard to get here and to get delivered by post from USA. Costs more than kit. Yeah, John, watch tomorrow's video. Oh, you'll love it. Michael says, more fun. It keeps me from getting bored. There you go. Chet says, never build armor, but believe it would help with weathering skills. That's true, too. That is very true also. I mean, to me, each genre has its own type of weathering skills. I mean, planes, I have to put oil streaks and stuff, learn how to do oil streaks and stuff like that from the engine, get, you know, gun residue off the guns onto the wings and stuff like that. And yeah, armor, you have got to learn how to do mud effects on the bottom from where it's kicking up mud and stuff. And yeah, cars, you got to learn how to do that polishing on the body. That is, I mean, especially on muscle cars and stuff like that, you got to get that showroom finish on there. Absolutely. We're up to 4 people right now in the chat. Michael says, in the fall and winter, I mostly do model railroad and some RC flying, and summer a model build. There you go. Chet says, eventually I'm going to get a 135th scale Sherman tank to make a Panther Pink Pro Street to piss off rivet counters. Amen. Amen. When you get that done, I want to see it on the group side, make a post in the group of that. That'd be cool. John says helicopters are like flying tanks, great for weathering. Yes. Yes. Yes, they are. Chet says, from research, 135th scale tank is the correct size for a 125th car chassis. Oh, excellent. Well, I think you're right. I think you're right. They do look about the same size, don't they? Yeah, I think 135th tank hole would fit on a 125th car body or vice versa. You'd have to do a little skillful changing of the parts, but hey, they'll fit. Chet says, I have a helicopter in stash. I want to make the Magnum PI copter. There you go. That was cool. That was a cool copter. I'm drawing a blank here, but there was one TV show back in the day that had a helicopter. I think they used an Apache in it, but I can't remember what it was. John says there was a great aircraft at Telford last year that was gloss pink. It really pissed loads off, but got lots of attention. Oh man, yeah, I bet it did. Yeah, Telford. Well, that was Airwolf. That was it. Thank you, Chet. Airwolf. Yes. That was a good show. I like any show where they blow shit up. Think it was Blue Thunder. Yeah, that was a movie. Airwolf was a TV show that I was thinking about. Yeah, Blue Thunder was a movie. Yep. Both used Apaches. Oh yeah, I love stuff like that. They're good. The more they blow up, the better. No, I love the A Team because they always blew stuff up. Every episode, you'd see at least something blowing up at least once, if not repeatedly. Chet says the tank from Kelly's Heroes would be a cool build. Yes, it would. And it's been ages since I've seen that movie. Oh God, that was a good flick. Good flick. Just to let you know, Chet, and anybody else who just showed up, I've been running all day. Had to have a doctor's appointment today, so I'm probably gonna go till 5 o'clock Eastern time or 5 o'clock my time and call it quits today because basically I'm running on fumes right now. I'm running on fumes. Hmm. Oh, let's see. Anything else I can add to here? Ah, Chet says when I get a 3D printer, plan on trying to print a Sherman tank to make a nod to the Hell on Wheels wheelie car and also the Helm on Wheels monster truck. Same body. Cool. Oh, hell yeah. Again, when you get a 3D printer and do that, I'd like to see that on the group. make a post. Yeah, yeah. Oh man. Hmm. So what's everybody got going on in the weekend? Chet says, been also thinking about the old slot car, the peace tank with the twisted barrel. Hmm. I don't remember that. John asked Billboards, you good with CAD to help design it? Hmm. Yeah. Let's see here. Yep. Oh, looks well. This is. I need to come up with something here. Next week's subject should be pretty good. Uh, yeah, what was it? My stuff are just escaping my mind right and left today. I don't. Chet says John never used CAD, but gonna take designing classes with Chris Bell at Scale Speed Garage. Cool. There you go. That should be interesting. Galaxy Stranger, new guy, welcome. Says your hat is heresy. Hi, Galaxy. Yeah, I'd rather be golfing. I used to be a golfer before I got sick and had to give it up. And I went back to modeling after that. So you'll see me. The more you're on the channel, the more. That's all I have is golf hats. Yeah, but to be on a modeling live stream with a cap that says I'd rather be golfing. Yeah, that's that's not really cool, I guess. So, Galaxy Stranger 01, let me ask you about the subject of this week. Should beginner modelers stick to one genre of models or be able to bounce around? What do you think? Let me know. Chet says good subject would be how much research on a build. Yeah. How much research is too much? Or another thing I was thinking of, because last night I was sitting here at the computer doing a couple of more outlines, one for next week's live stream and one for the smoke effects video. I was thinking, wow, a lot of these live stream subjects that we just sort of skim over in 2 hours or an hour and a half, those would be nice to just dive deeper into and make a video out of. So I might just do that. Dive a little deeper into them and make a video out of some of these subjects. Galaxy Stranger says, man, I've been trying to find a good smoke effect for my car exhaust, etc. Tune in. I'm going to have one going public. Well, it'll probably be next Friday. Chet says, funny with golfing, started taking lessons before my foot surgery, and we were putting, and I nailed every hole. Told the instructor on a real green I wouldn't hit any hole. Yeah, that's the way I was when I first started golfing. I used to kill it on miniature golf, which is nothing, absolutely nothing like a real golf green, you know? Miniature golf greens are basically flat. All you got to do is hit the damn ball straight. Real golf greens have undulations and breaks, and yeah. Galaxy Stranger says, "Sweet, yeah, that's." I'm gonna be. There's some parts on that video, or I'm gonna have to let stuff dry. So I'm gonna be starting that maybe this weekend. I'm not sure. Chet says he told me it was real green with different types of obstacles. Chet says real smoke or simulated smoke. There's going to be simulated smoke. No, you don't want to make real smoke. I mean, you can. There's ways of doing it. Cotton balls. Yeah, it's going to be made with cotton balls. I'm just going to. Galaxy says I did find odorless incense thingies, but don't want to burn the house down. Right. Yeah, if there's a non-flammable way of doing it, definitely you want to do that. The model train space has some options. True. But this video I'm making is going to show you how to do it with cotton balls, and which are chemical. Yeah, this is going to show you how to do it without chemicals. Just cotton balls, paint, PVA glue. And it's going to be smoke effects. It's not going to be actual smoke. The whole thing. If you want to try to make smoke with polystyrene, go ahead, but you're going to poison yourself. Okay? Because you burn polystyrene, it gives off pretty noxious fumes. Chet says I purchased a miniature handheld smoke machine I use in some of my videos. There you go. No doubt. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they're just gonna be basic smoke effects. Yeah, fog, steam, and dry ice. The smoke machine is non-toxic. It does fog, steam, and dry ice. Yeah. Also, smoke bubbles. There you go. But you also got to remember the whole idea behind this channel is budget friendly scale modeling. Not everybody has the money for a smoke machine. Would be nice, though. I'm not doubting that. Galaxy says, I thought about dry ice or something underneath the kit in the base that would shove smoke through the exhaust. Yeah, you could try that. You could try that. That might look cool, real cool. John says never tried smoke effects, tried resin water effect for a wake of a boat. It was a total disaster. Yeah, I've never resin's one thing I've haven't tried working with. That's one thing I might want to look into. I've seen people use PVA for water like that look good. Yeah, yeah. PVA is, if done the right way, can give a great water effect. Chet says, I'm disabled and don't have money for crap, but find a way to get the stuff. Like tell my wife, this is what I want for Christmas, birthday, or Father's Day. There you go. Good way to do it. Get it as a present. Galaxy says, resin for the base and PVA for the wake. Yeah. I gotta look into how much resin costs. Because I'll give you a little preview of tomorrow's video. When we'll try that Galaxy. Cool. Galaxy says, and acrylic finishes have come a long way for protection as well. True. I'll give you a little tidbit from the video tomorrow. When I was researching it, I found out resin costs. This is for polystyrene resin, which is basically the pellets of plastic that go through the injection molding machine, get melted down into what you see as sprue and parts. A ton of that stuff is like $1,750 for a ton of that stuff now. It was $1,500 back in 2010. That's a lot of money for just little plastic pellets. Yeah, I'm going to look into doing some resin stuff. Maybe do a video on it. That'd be a good video, I think. Chet says 2-part casting resin. It's a liquid that hardens. Right. Galaxy says tabletop crafting channels have lots of really good application with these materials. Ah. Yeah. Very true. Galaxy says they do water effects and stuff that really overlaps with model building and train dioramas. Tabletop crafting channels. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm always looking into other channels, get some inspiration for my channels, Says, yep, DND and stuff. What's DND? We'll look it up. Billboard says, before I got back into model building, I was modeling resin art. Wow. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. Yeah. DND. Yeah. I used to play something like D&D back when I was in college many, many, many years ago. It was called Star Raiders. Basically the same thing. Well, okay, Galaxy, since you're new here, the first good paint job I did, I learned from the local train shop guy. Yeah, I mean, train shops, hobby shops, good place to go to learn stuff. But Galaxy, since you're new here, uh, number one, don't forget to subscribe. Number two, go over to Facebook. I just started the channel Facebook group, so if you want to join that and post your builds and stuff, just go to Facebook, go to the Frugal Scale Modeler. That's the name of the group, Frugal Scale Modeler. All you have to do is answer three simple questions and say, I will abide by the rules, and you're in. So there you go. Go on over there, answer your questions, and start posting. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what next week's stream is. And I'm drawing a blank. I just did the outline last night. Old man brain. I've been bombarded with stuff today, so I can't think of stuff. Yeah. So what's everybody got going on this weekend? I'm gonna be working on that on both the burn effects and smoke effects videos. And then Saturday night is baseball and Miston 7 night. Yeah. And then Sunday is recover from Saturday night. That's my usual weekend. Hey, Michael, you're back. It dries glossy clear. Just paint the bottom of the river the color you want. Huh. Oh, that's the resin water type stuff. It's basically all you got to do is put that resin into like a plexiglass cubicle thing to hold it. Yeah. Coming up on 50 minutes, folks. Yeah. Okay, John. Here. Now you got my interest, John. I'm practicing painting my Black Hawk black without using black paint. You tell me how you're doing that. Galaxy says resin is so much fun to play with. The cheap stuff is great because it usually turns yellow and dries with lots of bubbles. So you can add a little green and some tufts of grass and you've got a swamp. Wow. Never thought of that. Yeah. Put a little alligator in there and put an army man in there and a little alligator chomping on an army man. There you go. Yeah, John, I'm okay. That allows me, Galaxy says, that allows me to build a Klingon battle cruiser sitting in a swamp. There you go. Billboard says, or Chet says, I've been recouping with a foot infection, but have to get. Oh, I hate it when this thing does that. What? Chet says, I've been recouping with a foot infection, but have to get working on my Iceman build off tournament Bonatona build. Oh, Bonatona, that's some, let's see, a Daytona Superbird, and what's the Bonaparte? Something from the Bonneville Salt Flats, I bet. John Christmas says, German dark green, then dark sea gray, followed by light gray. That's supposed to get you black. Okay. Michael says, Envirotex, you get it at Home Depot. Oh, really? Huh. John says, we'll post finish on the Facebook page. Yes, I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Okay, 65 Bonneville. Okay. Yep. With a Daytona wing. It's a lowrider. Michael says it's a two-part epoxy. Okay. Or I wonder if you can get it at Lowe's because we don't have a Home Depot here in town. But have to look that up. Yeah, Chet, that Bonatona sounds cool. You got to put that on the group page when you're done with it. I'm thinking about doing a contest on the group page. Might be later in the year, sometime around the holidays or something. Match it up with the holidays or something like that. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all. I was looking at Michael says you can. Okay. Chet says the thin I have is 2-part tabletop resin. You could look into a group build, John says. Yeah, maybe a group build or a contest. Let's just do a group build first. See how that goes. But I remembered something as I was thinking about this. I checked my YouTube studio page before I started here, and we are 8 subscriptions away from 400 subscribers. Chet says that should have said the resin I have. I got it from the Jungle website. Huh. The resin I have is 2-part tabletop resin. Okay, yeah. Now it makes sense. Oh, more people subscribed then. Wow. So we're 6 away from 400. I'll tell you what, I never thought it was possible. There were times I didn't think that was possible. Wow. Got you all to thank for it, that's for sure. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I could put out live streams and videos till my face turns blue and I fall backwards and fall asleep. But you guys don't subscribe, don't watch, the numbers don't go nowhere. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. I love it. We're coming up on an hour. Galaxy says, what was your Facebook group's name again? The Facebook group is the Frugal Scale Modeler. That's the Frugal Scale Modeler. There we go. Found it. There you go. And I'll be on it tonight, later. I'm going to sign off from this here in about a half hour and relax a bit. Basically, I've been going and going and going since I woke up this morning. Billboard says, I still haven't found it yet. Okay, check, go on Facebook, go on groups. Okay, you got to go on groups first. And there should be, or in Yorkshire, the Tide Horse Modeler. There you go, John. Hey, same thing. Chet. Oh, God. I'm getting slap happy. Having everything else comes up. Do you have a search bar anywhere there? If you have a search bar, just type in the Frugal Scale Modeler and see if that shows up. Yeah, John says go to groups, then use search. It comes up. Okay, yep. Because this was just made Wednesday night, so it is very new. And John is correct. The frugal scale modeler. Y'all can thank ChatGPT for the name. Oh my God, it's Michael Myers. That's me. It's showing me in now. There you go. Ta-da! That's all you got to do is answer 3 questions and check that you'll abide by the rules. Bingo, bango. Then I'll just go in and I'll take a look at your answers and decide for myself whether you're a bot or not, or whether you're a spammer or something like that. And if it seems that you're a spammer or a bot, I'll just give you a nudge out. and I'll give you a post or something that says why I scooted you out. I scooted you out because you're either a spammer or B, a bot. And you know, no need to worry about that because most of you guys I know from here. So from here and Airfix and Chill and Alex Mann's live stream. So I know you're not bots and I know you're not spammers. So enjoy. So have you found it yet, Chet? And Galaxy, if I had $1 for every time I've seen that, oh my God, it's Michael Myers. Yeah, if I had $1 for every time I've heard that in my life. Billboards, bills. Lowell. What does Lowell mean? I'm an old man. You gotta. Huh. Oh, LOL. Okay. Yeah, yeah. LOL. I know what that means, but LAWL. Yeah, do that, John. If you could do that for me, I would appreciate it. Yeah. Adrian Hook, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you. We're just sitting here flapping our yaps. We're talking about the new Facebook group, and we were talking about the subject of the day, which is should beginners stick to one genre of models, but that sort of went by the wayside, and we're just talking about the new Facebook group right now. What's up with you, buddy? Doing good, thanks. Been catching up on some of the videos. Cool. You won't want to miss tomorrow's, Adrian. Won't want to miss tomorrow's. It's all about the rising cost of scale modeling. I think you'll like it. I gotta add a tonight. I gotta get into that video and add a comment. There's a part of it where the homemade filler was brilliant. Thank you very much. I I gotta tell you the truth. That stuff damn near solidified so fast I couldn't use it. Got too many Chester Lewis coming up. Uh-oh. Uh, John, I can barely see his avatar, but it looks like a picture of him. Yeah, Adrian, I was back to what I was talking about. Uh, got going and send me friend invites. Send you to John. Send it to John Chris. Yeah, there you go. Adrian, I gotta go in and clear up something because there's a part where I say that uh, modeling is becoming a niche hobby, and I don't mean just the offshoot type of hobby. I mean, by that I meant a lot more people are going and specializing in cars and planes and stuff like that to offset costs, you know. So I got to go and make a comment and sort of clear that up. I don't want people getting the wrong idea that we're not a niche hobby. You know, it's not what I mean, people. No, I thought about that this morning. I was thinking, oh man, I'm setting myself up for a lot of nasty comments if I don't explain myself. So, but other than that, it should be a very interesting video. Got a lot of good facts, numbers, charts, and B-roll, and yeah, I mean, I'm finding I can do a lot of stuff editing on my laptop that I couldn't do on that tablet. There's a lot of John Chris coming up as well. Oh man. Hey, Chet, look at the John Chris. Look at yeah, with sunset behind him, and he looks like he's pointing at the camera. Is that right, John? Oh, wife, okay. But he's pointing. He's pointing. Looks like. Nope. Okay. Yeah, these avatars are showing up real small. Okay. Yeah. But these avatars are showing up real small in the chat. Okay. See, because John, your avatar on my chat is like 3 millimeters diameter. I can barely make out your head and your arm. Barely. Ah, there you go. Hallelujah. Everybody's happy. Everybody's joining. You get a car. You get a car. You get. Oh, so no, 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 no. My name's not Oprah. All right. Let me know how. Yeah, yeah. Don't take it. Don't take it literally, Galaxy. Don't take it literally. I could not much. Yeah. I want a Lamborghini Countach, but all right. You get it? You said it. You can't back out now. My channel, I can do whatever I want. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, you can put in your order, Adrian. I don't doesn't mean you're gonna get it. And I didn't say what kind of car either, did I? Could be a Hot Wheel, Hot Wheels, Hot Wheels. Could be a Hot Wheels or a Matchbox. Hey, it'd be new. I can give you a choice. Johan, 70 CUDA. Actually, it's a 71. So you get that invoice? Blah, 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 blah. I can't talk today. Did you get, did you get that invite, Chet? So I'd like to see you in that group. Okay, guys, just letting you know. Cool. Just letting you know we got about 15 minutes before this whole thing turns into a pumpkin. It's going to be a rotten one, too. All right. Yeah, I'll come back. Like I said, come back tonight after dinner and had a chance to sit down and relax a bit. And I'll go over your answers and stuff. Just, and in the meantime, feel free to post whatever the hell you want. Well, not whatever the hell you want, but keep it model related. You know what I mean. I'll take two. Yeah, of course, Michael, you're piping up now. Now that I said something about you get a car, you get a car. Yeah. Come here, Moosey. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Guys want to see you. Come here. Come here, dipstick. Oh. Trying to get Moosey over here. Moosey's being unsociable today. He's cowering in the corner. He's afraid of flies, believe it or not. Moosey is afraid of flies. But I in a way I can see it. I got him from the pound, and they got him out of a hoarding situation. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people who like people on the Price is Right stuff. Said, "Oh, want a car, want a car." You also want the right to pay taxes on it. Didn't think of that, now did you? Oh lordy, I ain't afraid to tell y'all I'm pooped. Tomorrow, not next week should be much better. I don't have, as far as I know, I don't have a doctor's appointment or any bloodletting of any kind next week. So I do have an appointment with the kidney specialist, though, coming up. Don't know when. My doctor's making that. Chet says, when I first moved to New England, could not wrap my head around paying excise taxes on something I already own. Yeah. Well, if they can tax it, they're going to. That's why. That's why a lot of states are legalizing pot because it gives them another thing to tax. Man, been another good stream, guys. it's been another good stream. We're down to 9 minutes before 5 o'clock. And I'm going to sign off and fill out all the stuff on YouTube Studio to make this official. And then I'm going to go sit my butt down and relax. And then, yeah, like I said, next week will be much better. I'll be much more energetic next week. And I know we got a good subject next week coming up, but I'll be damned if I can remember what it is. So I really want to let you guys know what's coming up before I go off the air here. Let you know what's coming up tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to have the rising cost of scale modeling video, and it should be a good one. I'm expecting a lot of good things from it. Maybe my expectations are a bit high, but I did a lot of work on it. After that, we have the how-to video on burn effects using my T80 tank that's been sitting on my bench waiting to be finished. So I decided to use it for these videos. What the hell? And after that, which will be that burn effects video will be, let's see, going public Tuesday morning. Then going public next Friday morning will be smoke effects, how to, and all that. And like I said, I have another live stream next week. What it's covering, I'll find out when I get back into the living room because that's where the outline is. So if you have anything else to say, you have 6 minutes to do it. I just told you all what's coming up. Make sure if you have anything to post on the Facebook group, do that. Can't wait to see your builds and stuff. And what's your thoughts on your IPMS national show? I've seen some videos and was surprised at how small and quiet it was. I haven't seen much of it, to tell you the truth. I've been pretty damn busy with the group and the channel. And I, to tell you the truth, didn't even know it was going on. So that shows you how busy I've been right here. So I got to, I'll go and see some videos on it, and I'll give you my thoughts on it in a post. How about that? Fair enough. Yep. All right. All right. I got about 3.5, 4 minutes. Billboard or chat says if you put canopy glue too thick, how do you get it all to dry clear? Canopy glue, you mean PVA or Elmer's glue? That's the thing, you don't put it on too thick if you want it to dry clear. You want a nice thin layer of it. Because it's sort of like, cellophane. If you keep folding cellophane and keep folding it, it gets so thick that it starts to look like silver. Same thing. If you keep putting PVA glue too thick, it's gonna get foggy and yeah. Chet says I filled in a long rear section and there are 2 areas still white, but it's canopy, not Elmer's glue. Huh. John says if not dry, you should be able to get canopy off and clean it and reapply a thin coat. Yeah, true. Now, I'll ask you this, John. Thought just came in my head. Well, maybe not, because it might fog. I was going to say maybe if it was dry, put a bit of Tamai extra thin around it, just enough to where it starts melting and lift it off. But that might fog it too. Actually, it was Tester's window making glue. Huh. Never used that. Well, about 10 seconds till 5 o'clock, and I am pretty much dead on my feet, guys. So I'm going to call it quits, put a line in the sand right there. And been a great live stream. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for joining the group. Hope to see lots of your posts in there. See what's on your bench and stuff. And well, nothing else to say, but you know what we always say around here. Never stop pushing your modeling boundaries until tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. We'll see you later. Adrian, you have a good one too. See y'all later. Bye-bye.